The Pantsir is the best AA system in the game, but can we beat it? Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members of the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get going. So today I wanted to talk about some strategies that I use to actually beat the mighty Pantsir S1, right? The best AA system in the game by far. The only missile that actually scares me even when I'm at 20 kilometers away from targets, right? There are three ways, of course, with unguided stuff, if you fly low and stuff, but to be honest, that tactic would be basically the same as, any other tactic, right? I wanted to talk about guided ammunition tactics, right? We have guided missiles and guided bombs, right? And I'm gonna use the TV guided missiles mainly because, of course, it is in the Soviet factory, the Pantsir, so the majority of the nations will have the MatAWG, and as for guided bombs, we'll have the laser guided GBUs, right? So I'm gonna use these two as a main parameter, but of course you can use other weapons as well, okay? And one thing that you have to learn is that I have a video about how to use TV guided weapon systems and laser guided weapon systems, everything like that. I will leave the link in the cards, but yeah, I do have some guides on using that. So let's go to the examples. So here we are in a match. I just spawned in with MatAWGs and laser guided bombs, but mainly MatAWGs, and I already see an S1, and you will see how common these missiles are and these AA systems are, you know. You will see them a lot, like a lot. Every single match there was a Pantsir trying to fire at me, right? And that's mainly the... Hear that? Yeah, that was a Pantsir missile. And that's mainly the reason why I like guided missiles more than bombs. Because you can stay a little bit more away from the targets. I'm at around 18 to 20 kilometers, and the missile, I actually checked on the replay. The actual missile passed right next to me, almost killed me at 18 kilometers. So yeah, it's a scary AA system. But of course, we have some tactics so that you can use. So the objective is to climb as high as you can. 8,000 meters is pretty good, but if you can do it more, you know, and try to stay away from the 20-kilometer mark, and then return to the battlefield, pointing your aircraft to the target while you have that altitude and that speed, okay? This is the main thing. And then you will look for targets. I found two targets that were looking to be a Pantsir over here, and I managed to get a lock, and I will just fire from a very, very far away distance. So this is kind of it for the MatAWG, you know. You have to have the most amount of altitude and the most amount of speed from further away as possible, distance, whatever you can from further away. But even then, this can happen. The MatAWG can be intercepted very easily by the Pantsir. So even doing this, it doesn't guarantee that you are going to be able to destroy it, because the thing is almost a SIWI system from a ship, right? So yeah, again, I'm trying to get the proper target over here, trying to get a proper lock. As you see, he's already firing at me, so I gotta be quick about it, and I just turned. So I fired the missile and turn, and did you see that the missile was just shot, right? But even with that, yeah, the missile hit me. I don't know how I survived that, but there was a second missile because there was a second AA system, as you saw on the thermal vision, and I was basically dead. That was it. I just got killed from 20 kilometers away with a Pantsir, right? And you will see this happening a lot. Even if you kill those targets, you will eventually get killed. It is very easy to die for this aircraft. And look at the energy that the MatAWG has. It doesn't have a lot, especially the G variant, right? But eventually it gets to the target and kills the target, and we basically won them, right? So this is kind of the objective that you need to have. Stay as further away as possible. With the laser guided bomb, it's a little bit harder, I gotta say. Start doing the same, so side climbing as I like doing here, right? But you will notice that you will need to be closer to the target to actually fire these bombs. Even with CCRP, even flying at 11, 12,000 meters, it's still problematic to get a laser guided bomb away, you know, from further away, because the bomb just doesn't have the energy, right? And you do have the limitation of speed and stuff. So I'm using the CCRP, as you see over here, and I'm at 12,000 meters. I'm not the fastest thing ever. I should be faster here. But I'm trying to get to that Pantsir over there. Yeah, I saw the Pantsir, identify it as a Pantsir because of the size of the target on the thermal vision. It's really hard to see stuff from this far away, but I noticed that it was a Pantsir indeed. And I just got to the range and dropped the bomb. And here you can do some things like cranking a little bit, turning to the other side, getting a little bit more speed, and letting the bomb drop. The thing is that I didn't have time for that, and the actual Pantsir killed me. So I was dead here. But yeah, that's the objective. That's the strategy that you have to use. And you see that even with that, it is really, really hard to deploy a bomb with that. In this particular case, I noticed that my bomb was, and I'm sorry about the spinning, it wasn't controlled, okay? It was like bugging because my aircraft was spinning. But I noticed how the laser designator was maintaining position on where the Pantsir was, right? So I decided to just remain on the aircraft to see if the bomb would actually hit the target. The thing is that I was like, I just saw the missile being fired from just the other side there on the building, and I changed it a little bit and hoping that the bomb would drop, and it got the target. So even then you can get the targets, but it is really, really hard. And basically this is it, guys. It is a very, very hard thing to do, I gotta be honest. It's not really easy. The Pantsirs are, like I said, the best EA system out there. So if you are going to use any guided weaponry, just be careful, stay as further away as possible. Why the 20-kilometer mark? That's because normally most weapons start to lock at those ranges, okay guys? So if you are at 20 kilometers, for example, and below that, the MatAWG can actually get a lock onto the target. So try to remain close to the 20-kilometer mark, okay guys? I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and stay safe out there. Kill those pesky S1s, right? See ya, guys.